What's up, guys? Welcome to Nails Gaming Den. Today, we're going to be taking on the latest pure fiction, Clinched Sayings. Floor 4, and of course, as always, this will be a full auto battle attempt. We will be using a dual Emanator squad this time around. For side 1, I opted to go with potential to bolster Acheron's ultimate damage, and then for side 2 I focused instead on the follow-up because I have Jade there as well as other units all providing follow-ups. Even the Herta has some of her own. That said, I still think you could get a great amount of benefit from ultimate damage as well. With this team comp, if you do not have some of these members, we can go over a few substitutes. For Acheron, if you don't have Sunday, of course Sparkle is a fantastic substitute. Other than that, just focus on a harmony that can potentially bolster Acheron. If you don't have anything too good, or if maybe Acheron is not yet E2, if your Acheron is not E2, then you need 2 Nihility. So just whatever your best, most debuff applying Nihility is, that would be a fantastic addition. I don't have Jouche, I don't know how to say his name, that guy. But if you do, obviously he's a game changer for her. For the Herta, I love running Jade with the Herta. Her follow-up attacks work very well with bolstering the Herta, then the Herta in turn triggers Jade's attacks. Very nice. And then you have Lingsha that's also giving Herta more stacks because she's basically an AoE attacker. And then all of them are doing follow-up damage, which is helping Robin. And then Robin, of course, is also doing action advance for the whole team. Very nice. This very synergistic team. So if you have it, 1% recommend. If not, both of these characters, both Jade and Lingsha, are up. So if you have some available ones and are interested in them, these are both very good roles, especially Lingsha. But I'm always I'm always going to promote Jade because I think she's an insanely good character that is often overlooked. Okay. Obviously, if you don't have Jade, using normal Herta is perfectly fine. They have very good synergy. I just went and... actually, no, that would work out. You could still use the same follow-up thing. So,
storms on the horizon.
Okay, now on to...
a day of peace.
The Acheron team.
Lucky.
Stream forth, a gleam of old blade.
And once, as a reminder here, we will be doing this in full auto battle. So I get to basically sit and watch the action unfold and complain about all of the unoptimized gameplay choices it makes.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Net markers activate. Time for a good old counterattack.
I'm anxious to see the ult damage once the grit activates, because that is going to be the 50% damage boost is going to be quite delicious.
Bust.
I believe it builds grit value off of the ult. So yeah, every single ult it gains more value. So alright, yeah, then once it triggers, she gets her ult back. Defense reduction. Oh yeah, 4 million damage. I'll take it. I'll take it. You know, don't say, I can't really say that Acheron's yet power prep. There are instances where she's outdone, but let's be real. Power creep is determined by what you're up against. If you really want to think about like how viable a character is what you're fighting. like just this last MOC, we saw Jinglu and Dot come back, right? It's like wow. Or maybe it was yeah, last MOC. And then AS was
Time for a good old counterattack.
wasn't too bad either, but used a different set of characters.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Again. Oh.
I definitely don't have any fear of clearing. I just want to make sure, or I'm hoping that this team can kind of squeak by with a 40k. Because that would be amazing if it could do
Or maybe
max
I'll
points
take
on
it
auto.
off.
I would love it.
Serenity is before me.
On the still waters of oblivion.
The drawback is I feel like it's a little slow compared to the follow-up team on generating
I
grit.
weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
This is where, like, oh, there we go. Oh no! Oh
I weep
man!
for the departed.
Auto battle is gonna waste this ult.
It too shall fall.
Watch over you and guide you on your path.
Sunday is a godsend though as well because his SP positive goodness is amazing.
Torment and doubt, farewell.
Destined for oblivion.
Okay. So yeah.
Watch your head.
Well, Sunday is up last, so we might have a chance. Oh wait.
Again.
Okay, I saw the bird going. I thought it was
I
going to
weep
be
for the
good for a
departed.
moment. False alarm, guys. False alarm.
It too shall fall.
Let's see, 65 grid, but we do have, yeah,
Net markers activate.
we have some
Time
ults
for a good
coming
old
up.
counterattack.
Oh, okay, okay,
Watch your head.
come on, come on,
Watch over you and guide you on your
got 90,
path.
oh wait, that didn't, oh, it has to hit people, okay,
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off.
Serenity is before me.
On the still waters of oblivion.
perfect,
I
okay,
weep
then
for the
grit
departed.
will trigger,
It too shall fall.
now she'll ult,
I weep for the departed. It too shall
okay,
fall.
doesn't look like we're getting the 40, but still did pretty good, considering it's a full auto battle, and they totally wasted that lovely, like, hyper-powered ult. Tish tish. But I will take it, I will take it.
Is that it?
Often,
I was
Acheron
expecting
is not so
something
good, Acheron teams
bigger.
are not so good on auto battle, but, you know, you gotta work with what you got. Okay.
There's a good shot. Let the show begin. Incense ascends. Take a look. This is pure genius in action.
Alright, the Herta team. This team has, my Herta is actually not very well
Don't let me
built,
down.
but even still, the Herta has been doing phenomenally well. Once I actually have some solid relics for her, I expect her to take off.
Open sesame. Time for a lesson. Endless riddles. Nothing but a void. Expand your thinking. Glimpse the unknown.
Yeah, so you're already in grit.
Bending the rules. Stars echo.
There's no backing
Every
out now.
follow-up attack,
For
for every
me,
enemy hit,
oil.
you get more grit, and it builds up so fast. You don't get the 50% ult boost, but you know what? That's okay.
Open sesame. Self-inflicted misery.
Plus, Jade is monstrous here. Just look at her go.
Everything in
This
this
whole team's
world
full of powerhouses.
is
Lingsha,
fleeting.
the Herta,
Endless riddles. Nothing
Robin.
but a void. Expand your thinking.
Lynch's
Watch your
bunnies, Jade.
Time for a lesson.
It doesn't end. It doesn't end, dude. It just keeps going.
The flesh, you're fighting a gentleman. Yeah.
Get it together. Open sesame.
This team will
Bending the
easily
rules.
Rise to the challenge.
guarantee a max star clear.
Just
It's just a matter of can we get away with the 40k points from the side.
Endless riddles. Nothing but a void.
Flesh.
Time for a lesson.
They charge up that
There's no backing
PF
out
deck
now.
pretty nicely.
For me or you.
I love follow-up attack games.
Glimpse the unknown. Who's the little backstabber?
Rise to the challenge.
Okay, and because of all the follow-ups, it looks like Robin will be a little short, but she'll be getting her ult back soon.
Let the
We're already max star,
put forth all your
but we gotta oh, there we go. Okay.
Be of your body and mind. Everything in this
Boom.
world
Okay.
is bleeding. Open sesame. Endless riddles. Nothing but
This
a
is
void.
glorious. Just a non-stop onslaught.
rise to the challenge. Rise to the challenge.
Okay.
Expand your
Herta,
thinking.
she'll
Watch it
get
crawl.
Jade's follow-up
Bending the
attack.
rules.
And then after these guys go, Jade's coming up.
I always deliver. Not bad. Open sesame.
Rise to
Time
the
for a
challenge.
lesson. There's no backing out now. For me or you.
Oh. Here we go. Here we go. Wonder if he'll do it.
Riddles. Nothing but a void. Who's
Okay,
the
that
little
didn't do nearly as much as I
backstabber?
thought it would, but that's okay. Like I said, my Herta isn't very well built, but there they go. They got 40 from this side and 34 from the other side. Considering it was an auto battle Acheron, I will take that. That's actually quite acceptable. So yeah, not too bad of a PF, but then again, I'm gonna be honest. PF with Jade has never been very difficult, so she can all, even though that this side wasn't very good for Jade in particular because there's no quantum weak enemies. Actually, the other side had quantum weak enemies. I just wanted to place her with Herta so that she could power up the the synergy with Herta is fantastic, and then the extra grit value that you get from all the extra follow-up attacks from her AoE follow-up attacks are very nice. Once again, if you don't have Jade, you can replace Jade with Herta. So you can just run her Herta and be Herta. If you don't have Robin, or you're using Robin in the other team, you can substitute her for Remembrance Trailblazer. Remembrance RMC is very good, a very good unit. So there's no fault in using RMC there, and especially if you're using Robin in the other team. If you don't have Robin, I'd strongly make that a priority though. Robin's very valuable. Linksha, really it's just having having a sustain for this side. I don't like to go into these as on auto battle without sustains. And Linksha is just the best sustain for the Herta. That said, if you can have anything that can hit multiple enemies, can work, but it's more important that the sustain is keeping them alive. You can also use what's her name, Wohua, to bolster the energy for the Herta, but it's tough to beat Linksha though. She's just so synergistic, and plus he's also weak against fire himself. Like most of these guys aren't, but the final boss in particular is. So very nice pairing. The advantage of replacing Jade with Herta though is the ice weakness. You'll double down on it, which is of course nice. So you're not wrong if you are using the Herta in place of Jade. Taking a look at the teams. First up is the Acheron team. Crit rate could probably use a bit of work, but close enough with the modifiers. Of course, I have her signature. Doop doop. I need 2. Let's see. So I am lazy and I have him on full defense. I have his signature light cone, but I am running his defense set, the Knight of Purity, for the additional shield bonus and of course defense percent. The shield bonus does come in handy sometimes if you're up against some tricky scenarios, so it's worth considering having a decent purity set for your adventuring. And then E1. Sunday, just built kind of like very similar to how you would build Sparkle, just I don't have him with nearly as much speed, but just a ton of crit damage. That's the main thing. Lots of crit damage. I don't have his traces max just yet. I do have his light cone. His light cone is actually pretty nice for him. That's what actually makes him go from SP neutral to SP positive. I do have his go-to relics. I probably could go with a better. I mean, the kill is nice for the extra damage, but I believe there's better options for him. And then E1. Let's see, Pela. My Pela's awful, actually. She has a lot of speed. Her sole purpose is to apply this guy. her main purpose there. And then, of course, the center defense reduction. I have not upgraded her relics in a long time, so I should do that at some point for sure. Undoubtedly. Okay. But especially with how much I use her due to Acheron. Yeah. Okay. Moving on to the Herta and her team. As I mentioned, not very well built, just like bare minimum speed. Crit rate is okay, but her crit damage is kind of light. Her traces are not yet maxed. The main one is, but her skill is, but the others I do need them. I want them maxed because I like having my heavy hitters max out in traces. I do have her signature light cone, and I have the recommended relic and planar sets, but the problem is they're not very good. The stats on them, as you can tell with the stats that she has, they're not the greatest. So I'm still farming for especially the Scholar set. And then I did get very fortunate just recently and got her E1, so I'm quite happy with that. Jade. So Jade is actually, her stats are okay. She doesn't really need a lot of speed necessarily. I don't have her signature light cone. I am throwing some wishes at it, but if I don't get it, I'm not going to be too torn up. Her light cone is very good, by the way, but it's more important that I save for the upcoming characters than burn too much on trying to get this light cone. I've had her since her first banner, so I've had time to upgrade her traces. She is running her older set. And since I like using her in Pure Fiction a lot, I just keep her with Sigonia. That said, that Durin or whatever. What's that name? Yeah, Durin is a fantastic option for just a universally good set for her. She does have a better general. This was previously her best general set, but she does have a better general set now, and that's that new set from the latest domain, Poet of Morning Collapse. Yeah, it trades speed off for a lot of like crit damage and or crit rate and stuff like that, right? But it's fine because she doesn't need the speed. Also, if you are fighting quantum weak enemies though, technically Genius of Brilliant Stars is really good for, you know, because it has that extra defense shred against quantum enemies. I haven't bothered going back to farm a really good quantum set, so, and also I don't feel like changing out my relic every time I'm fighting something that's not quantum, so I don't I don't use it too often. Okay, let's see. And then I did get her E1. That was way back when though. Lingsha. I have decent stats for her. Okay speed, okay attack, and okay break. I do have her signature Lycone. It's very nice for the damage boost and a lot of extra break. Her traces. I still have her using outgoing healing chest piece, but outside of that, I'm more focused on giving her damage. I will consider getting in a more offensive chest piece, but so far it doesn't seem to be holding her back too much, so I'm not too concerned. And then she is E1 for the extra defense shred. Okay, and Robin. Robin is just juiced up with attack, as expected. I did recently get her signature light cone, so I was happy for that. Traces, relics, just attack stuff. I could probably give her a physical attack piece, but physical sphere, but is what it is. Oh, that's probably another thing. You probably shouldn't be having Fleet of the Ageless, especially a purple one. So even some things that I gotta fix, right? Regardless, they had no problem going through that, especially this side, and E1. And that's it for the teams.